Hello and welcome to Intro to Digital Sculpting with Sculptris. My name is Pierre and I'm a character artist. I've been studying and teaching digital sculpting for over 10 years and have had the opportunity to create some coursework and lessons for learning hubs and magazines. In this course, I will ease you into the world of digital sculpting and assume you have no prior experience with 3D or any other art software. I will walk you step by step in acquiring the free software we will use, as well as recommend optional hardware and quickly get you up and running. So join me and let's have some fun digital sculpting. What is digital sculpting? Well, digital sculpting or 3D sculpting is pretty much digital clay, using software with tools made to mimic those used with traditional clay. Artists manipulate geometry to create characters, creatures, and other objects. Its interests span from hobbyists to professionals working with video games, movies, toys, advertising, 3D print, as well as the medical industry. Advancements have put the more technical aspects in the back seat, making 3D creativity more accessible and affordable than ever. Specs and installation. Sculptris is one of the best sculpting applications available and is free from Pixelogic. In order to get your hands on it, hop online and type pixelogic.com/Sculptris into the address bar. Or you can type Sculptris into Google and select the first result. Here you'll find information about the software as well as required computer specs. If your computer was bought new in the past 10 years, there's a good chance you'll be fine. Click the free download button here, then click to agree to the following statement, basically letting you know that the software may not work on your computer and that there may not be any support if needed, which is all fine. Next, select rather Windows or Mac. On the next screen, enter your name and select the language of choice. Select Hobbyist and move towards the bottom of the screen and press Submit. Next screen will provide you with a download button. Click the download button and wait a moment to finish. Once done, click on the download at the bottom of your browser. A Sculptris setup window will pop up. Click Next and click I accept the agreement, then Next button. If you like to install Sculptris in a specific location, do so at this screen. Otherwise, select Next. Click Next again on the following screen to begin installation. Once done, click Finish. Software crashes happen and are to be expected from time to time. However, in the event that Sculptris doesn't run on your computer, there is still hope. SculptGL is a comparable free web-based sculpting application by Stéphane Guénère. Most of the content in this course can translate to SculptGL. Simply type SculptGL into your search engine and select this link. It will immediately put you in the application all ready to sculpt. Hardware. You can indeed digital sculpt using just a mouse. While completely optional, using a graphics tablet is highly recommended. Much like actual pen and paper, they allow you to create a range of small to large or shallow to deep strokes depending on your pressure applied. Most digital art applications are made to take advantage of this hardware. These once pricey items have become more affordable, allowing you to purchase one for as little as $22. Well, more like $23 after tax, but still very affordable. I've made a small list of tablets ranging in size and price, all under $60. Do remember though, you have no problem completing this course using your trusty mouse. Interface and navigation. Let's start by opening Sculptris. You should be greeted with a screen very similar to this. All of our tools are located on the left side in small square or squarish tiles. Up top is some additional options. As for navigation, it's hard to tell if you're moving around a perfect sphere, so let's select the draw brush over here. Next, left click and hold on the sphere, then drag and release. This should help us navigate around it now. There are a couple of ways to move around inside Sculptris. There are notes on moving around in the right hand corner of your viewport. This can be toggled on and off by pressing the F1 key on your keyboard. Place your cursor in any empty space, click and drag in order to rotate around your model. You can also rotate around your model by right-clicking and dragging on your model. Press and hold Shift key to snap camera to profile views. Press both Control button and right-click, then drag in order to zoom in and out of your model. Alternatively, you can use the scroll wheel in your mouse to do the same. Lastly, you can pan around your model by pressing both Alt key and either right or left click and dragging any empty space. This can also be done by pressing Alt and right clicking on your model and moving around. Take a moment to practice how to pan, rotate, and zoom in and out of your model till it starts to feel natural. Symmetry. Symmetry is an essential feature in most sculpting apps, and Sculptris is no different. By default, Symmetry is activated when you open Sculptris. You can tell that Symmetry is turned on by a faint white line going down the center of your model, as well as the Symmetry button being highlighted in orange. This can be turned off by pressing the Symmetry button. You will get a pop-up message asking you if you'd like to continue or not. Clicking yes will remove Symmetry and the faint white line with it, allowing you now to sculpt on both sides of your model independently. You can turn Symmetry back on if you like. This will mirror the information from the right side of your model to the left. Clicking the Symmetry button on will give you a pop-up message letting you know this. Clicking OK will confirm and make your model symmetrical. Brush settings. Let's say you were tasked with sweeping a large room. Would you prefer a normal sized broom like this one, or a large push broom? I'm sure most will pick the large broom for the job. The idea here is to pick the best size for the job. In Sculptris, there are many ways to change the size and strength of your brush. At the top of our viewport, we have two sliders. One controls the size of your brush, the other controls the strength. Strength controls how strong of a stroke you will make. The most preferred method of editing our brush uses the spacebar. Pressing and holding the spacebar on your keyboard will open a brush menu wherever your cursor is located. Dragging a marker on each slider will make changes to your brush. You can change the brush size and strength without touching the slider, simply by holding the spacebar key to open the menu. Next, click and drag left to right anywhere to adjust the strength, and click and drag up and down anywhere to adjust the size. At the moment, don't worry about the detail slider, just keep it in the center. You can preview the size and strength of your brush on your model by viewing the orange circle representing your brush. You can preview the strength of your brush via the shade of orange the circle has. Grab brush. The grab brush is pretty straightforward. Select the grab brush. Next, click and drag on your model. The grab brush allows you to push and pull areas of your model. The size of your brush reflects the area you can move around. Changing the strength will affect the way your grab brush moves. Ctrl+Z allows you to undo your last stroke or move. You can undo up to 10 times consecutively. Some brushes have two modes. The grab brush has a global mode. Since we already have the grab brush selected, we only have to click grab brush once again to shift to global mode, or simply turn on global mode by clicking here. Global Mode allows you to move your entire model. Keep in mind, with Symmetry on, Global Mode only allows you to move up and down the symmetry line. Take some time to play around with the grab brush. Once fairly comfortable, try to make something simple using only the grab brush. I suggest a head or face. It may be difficult, but the goal isn't to make a masterpiece just yet, but to establish an understanding for the basic tools.